What's going on, guys? It's JSGC here, and we're here for the Arsenal final cup review with Man City in the Carabao Cup, League Cup final, basically. And yesterday, we showed that we can win trophies, we can be champions. We're ready now to take it to the next step and start making ourselves favourite with a young squad, and we could rule now for maybe the next 2 or 3 seasons, particularly if Pep gets signed up to a new contract, which is apparently what's in the pipeline. We could well be ruling here for the next couple of seasons at least. We've got a young squad too, and it's lovely to go and watch us win a cup and do it so comfortably. Whilst being honest, we didn't play our best football, if I'm honest. We weren't at our best yesterday. We weren't at our worst, don't get me wrong. We weren't as bad as what we were against Wigan. We just weren't as good as what I've seen us in other performances. For example, our match at Chelsea away was a near-perfect performance. It might only finish 1-0, but it was a near-perfect performance. Chelsea never going to do anything, and we went and dominated a team that was only crowned champions 3 or 4 months before that, and it set in precedent a season for not misery, but not so good for Chelsea. So, you know, we weren't at our best yesterday, and we still went and won the game. So we're going to get on with the game now. Obviously, it finished 3-0, and we're Cup champions. That's fantastic. What's not to like? We've gone and won the League Cup again for the 3rd time, I think it is now, since Sheikh Mansour's took over as Manchester City owner. He wants to win Cup. We want to go and win the Premier League next. So, you know, job done, my opinion. So we're going to get on with the game. First up, there was early chances in the game, and in my opinion, first 10-15 minutes, Arsenal were actually the better side. Man City weren't having as much possession as what they normally do. We couldn't really get into the game that much. Arsenal were using the space, they were aggressive, they was getting in good positions. Man City were a bit lacklustre, I thought, in the first 15. Ozil gets into space, he squares a ball across to Aubameyang, a good sliding tackle. I think it was from Walker. I think Otamendi was putting pressure on behind him, I seem to remember as well. Both wear orange boots, so it's quite confusing. The tackle's made, Bravo manages to get a foot onto it, it then rebounds onto Aubameyang, and Bravo, diving in the wrong direction, manages to get another foot onto it before the ball is eventually cleared. Huge chance for Arsenal, and if it goes 1-0 Arsenal, the game, don't state the obvious here, but it's a completely different ball game then. Man City are chasing the game, and it made it a good match, in my opinion, for neutrals. Not so good for myself and other City fans. Instead, Man City were able to dominate. Arsenal were pressing, like I said, they were dominating the game in the first 15 minutes. It showed that Man City had to resort to a huge hoof. Now, everyone's been talking about Edison getting an assist this season. It's actually gone and been Bravo that does it. He hoofs the ball right over Arsenal's defence. Aguero, looking back, has a look at where Mustafi is, I think it was, gives him a little nudge, nowhere near enough to be a foul. He doesn't go down. It looks pathetic when you see it, and he's appealing for it. Mustafi is just simply not strong enough there. He should either be bringing him down or be shoulder to shoulder and showing his aggression and trying winning the ball. He doesn't. He's out-muscled. He stops and stays still. It allows Aguero to have a run. The 2 other central defenders are then having to absolutely leg it back, try and get back to Aguero. Aguero couldn't quite get the shot under control. A spinner makes a massive mistake. He comes and meets Aguero, and because he's come to meet Aguero, he's just lobbed it over him using the bounce of the ball from the goal kick, which is basically a set-piece goal from a goal kick with Bravo there. If the goalkeeper don't come out, Aguero has to take touches, he has to try and control the ball. That then allows their other defenders to get back, and we may not have got a goal. So in my opinion, goalkeeper to blame for that goal, but the huge mistake here has to be Mustafi for not being strong enough. If he's stronger, this basically what I'm talking about never happens. Company does another one happens for Arsenal, where Company and Aubameyang go toe for toe, and Company shows Mustafi how it's done. Goes shoulder for shoulder. He's more aggressive. He's stronger, more powerful. Takes the ball away from him. Chance averted. Everyone's appreciating Vincent Kompany. Vincent Kompany absolutely superb in this game. I will get on to how I thought all players performed, but first I'm just going to get on with how other things went. Basically, second half comes in, De Bruyne puts in a low corner, Gundogan on the edge of the area has a shot. It's a terrible shot in my opinion, and Vincent Kompany's there in the middle. He's quickest to react, pokes it home. A spinner diving the other way because he's thinking Gundogan's shot might come at him. Diverts it in. Wenger not happy, saying it's offside. Sane was in an offside position, not Kompany by the way. The ball doesn't touch Leroy Sane. The goalkeeper's diving the other way. He's not obstructing any views. He's not obstructing any players. He's not involved in the play. VAR can be used in this game. It weren't used for that, though, because it simply weren't a case. It weren't offside. It weren't a free kick on Mustafi, and it weren't offside. Man City 2-0 up, sealed the game. Danilo passes to David Silva, twist, turns, goes onto his left foot, and fires it low opposite a spinner, 3-0. Job's a good one. I want to give a special shout out here to Pep Guardiola. I was a bit pessimistic over the thought of Danilo going in ahead of Zinchenko. I was very pessimistic over Bravo going in ahead of Ederson. Bravo would have got man of the match in this game, but Kompany was so good, he's getting my man of the match. Second man of the match we'll give him vice man of the match. Bravo was absolutely superb, and Pep got it absolutely spot on. I absolutely love Pep at times. He stayed at the bottom, he wanted to watch the team lift it. It's a team effort. He realised that it was all for them. They can enjoy the glory, not him. He just quietly lifts the trophy and has his picture taken with his coach team whilst letting all the players go and enjoy themselves. Players must have absolutely loved that yesterday, and it was an absolute joy to watch. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for the Premier League games coming up. Honestly, the taste of glory is fantastic. Everyone calls it a Mickey Mouse Cup. I mean, obviously because we've won it, I'm not going to call it a Mickey Mouse Cup. Pep did say, though, it's kind of like the least most important major trophy. It's nice to win it, but you're judged on winning Premier Leagues and Champions League, and that's what matters. So we have to go and focus on that, which I'm sure that we will. We've got a big Premier League game against Arsenal coming up on Thursday, so I think it's important for me to mention a few of the players that played well in this game. Obviously, Ederson will be in goal, so Bravo will be unlucky to drop to the bench, but if we could seal the Premier League early, Bravo could well get himself quite a few starts coming up towards the end of the season. Obviously, backup goalkeeper, we're out the FA Cup, he's not going to start many more games, but he does deserve a couple of starts in the Premier League, especially if it starts looking like we're needing to wrap up the Premier League very soon, and we've got big Champions League games coming up. Then obviously he'll get more games. Fantastic. Bravo, amazing. Like I said, Kompany man of the match is just captain fantastic. I don't even need to say anything else. He was just simply super. People wanted Laporte in instead of Kompany. I went with my team prediction to go for Kompany. He loves big games. He loves Man City. He has the passion and desire. And I said at the end of my last video with this Arsenal preview that this competition, this cup final, will be decided on the team that wants to win. And that was Man City. And Kompany demonstrates everything that's needed for us to go and win trophies. It's nice to see Kompany, Aguero and Silva scoring the goals. Not the new signings. It's still them proving that they're still in the peak of their play. Absolutely fantastic. The core spine of Man City is still there. We might have lost a couple of players here and there. A couple of players will be leaving again in the summer, players like Yaya, but we've still got that core spine, and it's fantastic to see them doing so well. Players like De Bruyne didn't even have his best game and still managed to make things happen, particularly with the low corner. Aguero was good. Leroy Sané was good. Gundogan, he was very good as well. Gundogan obviously going to get some starts now ahead of Fernandinho, unfortunately, who picked up an injury and is meant to be out for the next couple of games at least. So Gundogan's going to get himself a couple of starts. He gave the ball away here and there. But all in all, I didn't think he had a bad game, if I'm honest. He managed to break down the play. He did well, asking him to play anywhere in midfield. But when he picked up injuries to Fernandinho, he was willing to drop back. And it was nice to have the versatile midfielder there playing. And he's going to get a lot more games. And I'm expecting Gundogan to get better as the game goes on. I know some people are mixed on Gundogan. I am a real fan of Gundogan, and I really want him to do well. In all, though, the whole team I thought was good. Danilo was the right choice. Kyle Walker was good. Fernandinho, until he went off, was good. Players that came on, it was nice to see Phil Foden come on. Bernardo Silva, when he came on, was good as well. Everything was good. I was a bit pessimistic about seeing De Bruyne at right wing. I didn't really think it worked that well. He's obviously a lot better playing as a deeper role. It might have been nice even towards the end of the game, maybe moving Kyle Walker up and moving Danilo across and moving Zinchenko to left back and seeing how well Kyle Walker can operate on the right wing, because we're missing Raheem Sterling's pace. Obviously with Raheem Sterling being out for the game, I don't know when he's going to be back. Kyle Walker could be an option, just throwing that one out there. I want to mention some about the managers. Arsene Wenger, he just likes moaning. Pep wore his yellow ribbon in support of the political prisoners over in Spain and Catalonia with the ongoing things over there. People think it's about independence. It's not. It's about supporting the people that are in charge of the independence and them being imprisoned. So the FA are probably going to charge him. Pep won't take off his ribbon. He might well be in with a touchline ban, so we'll get onto that with the preview. I don't really want to give my opinions on politics, because politics and football, they don't really mix. I just find it daft that Pep's supporting people that are in prison that realistically haven't committed that many crimes of that sincere level. I mean, they're just trying to support what they believe in. We're meant to promote freedom of speech and everything, and yet we could be missing him for the big Arsenal game, which is very unfortunate. But, you know, I'll take winning the cup. Like I said, though, no one's going to remember that Wigan away match now. People are always going to remember winning trophies. And this Sunday, last night, Sunday's match with Arsenal, that's the only thing people will remember. Now, in terms, I've had a look at the stats, and these stats were really close. It suggested a really close game. Have a listen to this. City had 57% possession, just under 57% possession. This is all based off Sky Sports stats, by the way, who are quite reliable. They're not the most reliable of sources, but in terms of stats, they're normally quite spot on. So just under 57% possession. So Arsenal have had more possession than most teams have had this season against Man City. Man City's had 12 shots to 5. 2 of Arsenal's shots have been on target. Bravo saved both. Man City have had 3 shots on target. 3 goals. That is clinical. That's what's decided this match. 416 passes for Arsenal, 548 for Man City, which is around 150 to 200 passes less than what we normally have per game. And Arsenal's had around 200 passes more than what most teams have per game. So the passes have been made up there. And it suggests with the possession stats, Arsenal had 76% pass completion rate, which is, I think, one of the highest that we've had this season against us. We've had 83%, which is okay. It's not the greatest. I've seen us have 90 towards 95% pass completion possession rate. Real mouthful, that one. So it suggests that, in my opinion, that the Wembley pitch had a bit of an impact on it. There was so much space on that pitch yesterday for both sides. There was chances for both sides. It was just simply came down to which team wanted to take the chances, whoever's clinical. And this time Man City were clinical. It could have been a different story had Aubameyang put that chance away. But as it is, we've won the game. We've kind of dominated the possession stats and all that, but it's been quite close. We've had more crosses, we've had more corners, but less dribbles. Arsenal, they haven't really dominated the stats for defensive like we normally do, like more clearances, more aerial duels. It was quite level. Arsenal just edging it. So it suggests this was a really close game, and I'm anticipating it being really close again on Thursday night. So I'm intrigued to see what it's going to be like at the Emirates and how Arsenal respond. They're obviously going to have Mkhitaryan back, so the formation I imagine would change. I didn't think Arsenal's formation suited them that much. There weren't a lot of pace in Arsenal's side, and the fact that some of the players were walking back and they looked like they couldn't be bothered. Players like Ozil and all that couldn't be bothered tracking back. Wilshere in this game, I don't like criticising other teams, but I thought Wilshere's actions at times was just pathetic, really. Diving all over the place, trying to get Man City players booked. It's weak. Man City players pulling out of challenges. Him falling over, was getting yellow cards here, yellow cards there. They were getting yellow cards here. It was all a bit of a mess. Such a scrappy game, and I'm amazed we've come out 3-0 on top. So we'll look out for a reaction on Thursday as to how Arsenal respond, and I'll be interested to see what team Man City go for now. We'll have Kyle Walker available. Obviously, picked up a little knock, but did carry on, so fingers crossed he'll be okay to play. We'll go with Danilo Zinchenko. Obviously, Ederson will be in goal. We'll discuss all that in the preview, obviously, which will be up on Wednesday, so you can check that out. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and keep an eye out for more Man City content, which will be up daily, so don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other channels there at the end of this video. You can click them on, or they're on the header on my YouTube page. There's Mixology Drinks from my partner channel, which is run by my brother, and my gaming channel, which of course I've uploaded, so you can go check that out if you wish. And also, don't forget to check out my social media. That is in the description below. But winners, trophy winners, champions, fantastic. I'll see you all then. It's been JSGC. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Commiserations, Arsenal. Well played. Just not your day. It was our day. I'll take it, and we'll move on to the Premier League. See you all again for Wednesday's preview and Arsenal on Thursday with the match. It's been JSGC. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace! Ciao for now.